Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Magic and Miracles, where you learn how to be the magician of your life. My name is Anna, and I'm your most favorite manifestation coach under the sun. Reason why there's no such coaching program like my program, and nobody spends as much time with their clients like I do. True story. Whatever package you book, the links are directly below to my website and the packages, of which I have 3. They're all of them are monthly. We correspond 2 to 3 times per week. Now, if before booking the monthly package, you need to correspond with me via telephone or Zoom session in order to make up your mind whether or not I'm your kind of coach, and that given after you have already established some familiarity with my work on my YouTube channel, you can do that. However, the ultimate goal is for you to get into coaching, and I recommend 2 to 3 months in coaching with me minimum in order to cover my program. Now, some people will require more based on their history. Some people simply have lived more life than others, and that has nothing to do with your age. Some people have just lived more life. I'm trying to be as gentle as possible. Some people have trauma. Some people have a lot of trauma, and that takes a little more work, or they just require more attention in certain areas, and I'm willing to provide that. But I'm just saying, generally speaking, it's 2 to 3 months for me to cover the coaching program, for you to achieve results. I'm very detail oriented in my coaching. I come prepared to work. I start with your childhood, going into adolescence, college years, what have you. That's how I start. Then we go into processes like forgiveness and beliefs, emotional release, etc. And then and only then do I go into manifestation. Okay, so don't sign up for my coaching if you think I'm just going to start whipping out my jewel box of manifestation without getting to know you. I have a different approach for my coaching. I want to get to know my clients and understand who's coming into my coaching. The world has it reverse, if I may say so. The most of the manifestation videos out there will have you believe that if you just affirm this till the end of time, if you fall asleep to these affirmations, if you do this and if you do that, if you do hypnosis, if you do voodoo, somehow something will transform permanently. No, my darling, you need to transform permanently in order for the change to stay. Now, I'm not saying that temporarily you will not achieve some result, but for me, in my coaching, I'm looking to permanently change somebody's life and not just have a manifestation here and there. And so that's my coaching. If you have any questions, the links are below. My email is below. The subject of today is bring your SP back by being the new you. Okay? Everything I teach on my channel centers around becoming a better version of yourself. Somebody who is magical, somebody who knows their magicianship, somebody who is confident, somebody who literally doesn't give a fuck about 3D and knows exactly what they can create overnight. Okay, that's what I cultivate here. And so I think this audio/video will be Anna's greatest hits in a lot of ways, because I'm going to sum up everything that you need to do in order to bring your SP back. But in order to do that, you need to become a different version of yourself. Right? So the handbag doesn't come before the owner of the handbag. The handbag comes with the owner. You need to become the owner of the handbag. And in this metaphor, yes, you guessed it, the handbag is the SP as an accessory. And before you judge my metaphor, please understand that everybody in your reality is an accessory. It has to be this way because you're the creator of your reality. Who on earth is going to be creating your reality other than you. And if you're not creating your reality, well, then you're in deep doo-doo. And that's how you know why are you in the situation that you're in right now. True story. Now, on a serious note, though, a lot of you who are focusing on these manifestational techniques out there, watching 300 million videos on YouTube, please understand that literally you need to become the golden Buddha of your life. Okay, that no transformation will take place unless and until you will become that person who you want to be. And the reason right now you are attributing such importance to your SP or to anything whatsoever is because you don't know fully who you are. If you knew who you were, it would literally scare you how powerful you are. And I've experienced this in my life. Many of my clients have experienced it. When you get this aha, profound knowing, okay, I call it knowing, you will never look back and you will never, ever attribute any importance to anything. Okay, any day can transform over the period of hours. It can your reality can transform overnight if you understand what goes into the recipe. You know, it's kind of like, again, reference to the ratatouille. If you know the recipe, it wins every single time. Okay, if the recipe is shit, it sucks every single time. The end. In essence, you are the goal. And for those of you who don't know what ratatouille is, it's a French peasant, quote-unquote, dish, cooked with eggplant. But I was referring to the cartoon, the animation, where the rat helps Linguini cook the dish that completely wins over the greatest critic of Paris. You are the goal. It's all on you. It's all on you. Too much responsibility? I hope not. After all, you've given away power so much to just about everybody else. Might as well reclaim that power and start ruling the world. So much easier to rule the world than be ruled. Oh, golly. Doesn't matter how long it has been. Doesn't really matter. You can tell me I haven't seen my SP in like 30 fucking 5 years. Okay? And it's still possible. It's still happening right now because remember, everything is happening simultaneously. And if you change the person who you are right now, your reality has changed. Okay, changing the past, replacing history, and creating a new are all synonymous, expressions in my kind of vocabulary. You change the past, you're changing the present. You replace history, you create a new. And so if you create somebody different who you are, you start to create something absolutely different. Your SP becomes different, your circumstances are different. Everything is different by default because you're communicating. You're like this power, I don't know how to explain it, like the generator of power that completely communicates all of these vibrational messages to the quantum field. And quantum field, by the way, parenthesis here, it is based on vibration. Okay, it's not necessarily based on, can we split the atom and look further and can we split it further? No, it's vibration, darling. It's thought transmission. That's what quantum field is. It's a sea of ideas. And in other words, if you're swimming in a sea of ideas or the ocean of ideas that doesn't correspond to your new reality, doesn't make for a future that you would like to swim in, metaphorically speaking, then you better get new thoughts. You better start thinking differently. And so it always becomes the reality you're leaving, you're abandoning, you're relinquishing, versus the one you're entering. So, but there are innumerable parallel realities, obviously, and of course, but it's just for simplistic terms. There's a reality you don't prefer, that you don't want to experience anymore. And there's this one optimal one that you would absolutely adore. Now, this is the whole situation with creating magic in your life. You understand? You have to be like a scientist in a laboratory, quite frankly, where you cultivate your ultimate virtual reality. And if you can do it once, you can do it over and over and over again. And the way you do it is through your vibration. You understanding who you are, in other words, in all the intricacies of yourself. By becoming your best self, you're changing beliefs to true self. So right now, your beliefs are in shit, like I said, okay? You believe something that doesn't belong to you. When you change your beliefs to who you really are, the magician, the godly being, the divinely being, the ultimate version of yourself. You change the beliefs to the true self, thus your reality changes to something magical, okay? You always have this theme in your life where you're supposed to achieve something. You're supposed to be with someone. You're supposed to have this job or the sum of money and this and that, okay? If it feels sucky right now for you, you're not following your genius, you're not following the theme, period, the end. Every morning, like I said before, you're showing up to the world. Every time you wake up, you're showing up to your universe with your ideas. And that represents balls of energy. This is my teaching, and I will stick to it because it represents how I see it, and anyway, it might help you. And one ball will represent relationship, the other one money, the whatever, career, la 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 la. And you vibrationally communicate with this presence of your quantum field informing. It's like you're on a laptop, in other words, and you're sending out messages to different people in your company, in charge of different areas of your life. Okay, for those of you geeks, but vibrationally speaking, you energetically transmuting this energy, transferring this energy from your understanding of that you're powerful and you can change anything anytime. But instead, every morning, you wake up and instead of changing things, you are instructing those areas of your life to be a certain way, and your day goes fabulously, okay, without forcing it, but commanding it. And that, quite frankly, requires no negotiation with the past world or past version of your SP, okay? This is just how it is. This is how it's always been, because I have traveled to the parallel universe, parallel reality of my choosing, and you, my darling SP or my darling bank account, you are this, and you have always been this way. I am not negotiating with the past. I am completely dropping it. Okay, and the only way you can drop it is if you can make peace with yourself, your past self, and relinquish that, which is what I work on in my coaching extensively, because you have to make peace with the past in order to relinquish it and create a new. If you charged emotionally with the past, you really need to work on it. You will never be able to create anything new if you're charged up with the past. True story. And so it becomes that you have to have daily practices of creating this new version of events. Meditation, finding answers in silence becomes of paramount importance. Finding that vibration of what would make you happy, okay, that day. All the while understanding that there's still some understanding of your past self and how to merge, how to build that bridge between relinquishing your past self and building the new one. It will be a transition, okay? It's not like hoopla and you're there in the parallel reality of this person who's, with your SP and has millions of dollars, their company, this whatever it is you're working on. It's a transition. You need to be insistent upon this transition and understand that it does take time. If you're impatient, well, it's something that I definitely don't recommend. You do need to be patient. Somebody wrote to me in the comments, I'm so impatient. Well, good luck to you. Impatience doesn't pay, quite frankly. Especially if you're in my coaching, I don't tolerate impatience. You need to show up to work and do everything that I kind of like suggest you to do in terms of exercises and processing everything. It doesn't mean that I'm a dictator. Certainly, we can disagree on things, etc., etc. I'm happy to be wrong about certain things in terms of getting wrong the impression of something you told me. But as a coach, I know exactly what I'm doing. And if you will allow me, I should be able to guide you without resistance. Your desire already exists in a parallel reality. It just already does. And so your only journey is understanding how to, again, literally bridge that between going into that parallel reality patiently, step by step, step by step, step by step, especially if you're a beginner or you haven't done this, you know, traditionally speaking, like in a snapshot, or you haven't done this overnight and you're not used to it, then you really need to pay attention and you need to have patience, right? If you have done it 100 times over, like I have, then it doesn't require any patience. But if you're a beginner and if you kind of like stumbling around a little bit, you do need to have patience and watch the reality kind of transform itself in front of your eyes. It all has to do with your beliefs. I cannot stress it anymore because it's true. And here's why. Every time you believe something new, your reality reflects it back to you, okay? It literally brings it to you in front of your eyes. I don't even know how to explain it to you. Like when I started changing my beliefs like 16 years ago, and I knew that I had to change myself in order to change my relationships, bring anything into my reality. I would put a word in my head, like let's just say wonderful or something, and I would hear it all day long. People in the street, somebody emailing me, this, that, and the other. The universe responds. Okay, if you start believing you're worth a lot of money, you get money all the time effortlessly, you start finding money in the street, you start literally attracting money in the mailbox. You know, I have stories of that on my channel where literally I just wished for money and it came through. I don't even know where it's from, whatever. It was mine, literally addressed to me, but I couldn't have devised a plan enough to receive this money without any work, anything like this. Okay? And so your beliefs are constantly communicating to you what kind of reality you're producing. Okay? Now, if you don't believe something, if you don't believe anything, if you don't believe that your SP can come back to you, if you don't believe your SP can change, if you don't believe you can receive $1 million for no work, etc., then there's work to be done on your beliefs. Period. The end. Can I repeat this one more time? If you don't believe that it can happen, whether it's your SP receiving money without work or whatever it is you're working on right now, it will not happen for the life of no matter what the fuck you do in the 3D. It literally doesn't matter. And so the work is you. The work is you. And how do you start to believe it? You start believing that you're a more worthy person than you think you are right now. Because the truth is you already are that person. And that's how you enter the new world. And you can feel it. You feel like you don't even care about that much about your SP in the sense that you're not desperate. You don't really care if somebody doesn't like you at your work. You're just showing up in all your glory. And all of a sudden, a proposal comes from another company, or you receive that $1 million check, or somebody's investing in you. You come up with a great idea. And then what? I'm the king of the world or the queen of the world. Hello, how are you? Good morning. And like this, if you have your beliefs in check, which is, again, what I work on. What you say goes, and on any hour, I should say, but let's be conservative. Oh, this is a bombastic audio. I told you, Anna's greatest hits. On any day, you can change your life. Why? Because you know that you are made of magic. You know that you are the magician. You know that you can change your world, and you're defying gravity. as you're doing that, who gives a shit what other people are doing? Who gives a shit what other people are thinking, saying, what past beliefs you've had? You've processed them, you've made peace with them, you've replaced them with new ones, and now you're a brand new fucking person, and it's like a brand new world. You're flying like Aladdin, okay? With that girl, what's her name? Jasmine, yes. And then it all becomes like totally flowing, okay? You vibrationally matching with your desire, okay? You're totally in sync with it. Your assumption is easy. It's not like you have to try hard, like in the gym, building your biceps or whatever, your six pack or whatever it is you're working on. Assumption is like this. There it is. There it is. There it is. We got it. We have it here now. And the desire is already there. It's like literally creating spontaneously in a millisecond. You reign supreme. The end. And so, like I always say, bringing your SP back my ass. You know what the gift is, the true gift? And if you hear me loud and clear, here's the gift that your SP that like fucked you over, left you for a third party, is a jerk right now to you, married someone else, la 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 la, is doing to you that is absolutely fucking treasuresome and magnificent. And if you still want that SP back, wonderful, simply magical. But let me tell you what this person did to you. They made you pay attention to who you are. They made you pay attention to what you're doing with your life. And that, quite frankly, is priceless. And whether or not you get the SP back, you can do anything. You can get 300 SPs back. That is not even the most important thing. You are the one who is important. And that's what this person showed to you. That, honey, don't pay attention to me so much. I am an accessory. I'm a handbag. I'm a wallet. I'm a fucking scarf. Okay? I'm a keychain. You are the golden Buddha. You are the prize. And it just becomes that you're reigning supreme, like I said, but it's also just noticing that it's just your mirror. It's a mirror of your mind. There is no fear, no resentment, but love. So if there is no fear, no resentment, no drama, trauma, panorama that you're holding on anymore, you're not pushing it away anymore, you're attracting it. And then it becomes easy. You can bring your SP back with your new self in a split second, in a millisecond. If there is no more anything to digest from the past, your slate is clean, you have a brand new white canvas. But that takes some work if you've lived through some experiences, you've lived through some rejection, you've lived through some resentment, some anger, some insecurities, okay? Usually, a lot of people in my coaching are people pleasers who have insecurities and who are afraid to stand up for themselves and this and that. But if you get to release this and reprogram yourself, you're becoming a magician and knowing what you instruct your reality to do. Becoming a magician is knowing what you instruct your reality to do on purpose, not haphazardly, not through your programming, not through anything else, not through somebody else's actions, etc. It's literally knowing what you want to do. I said so, and it is so. The end. Is it narcissistic? Absolutely no. It's your responsibility to be happy and to then radiate happiness to other people, and to honor your presence in this reality and be inspirational to others. How else can I say it? I've coached many coaches, many different advisors, and this and that, therapists even, and it's a lot of joy to do that, because you think you're just a ripple, you throw like a rock in the pond. No, you can affect the whole ocean with a single ripple. How many people you help, it can affect vibrationally so many people around the world. You may never know how many people you affect until you really understand your power. And so can stress this enough, there's certain theme, certain inclination in your life that you need to pursue. If you're inclined towards something, you need to go for it. And again, if your reality isn't working out, there's a reason why, because you're not doing that. And I tell you something else, when you really are in sync with yourself, when you made peace with yourself, when you are doing what you love, and you understood everything in the past that came from your consciousness, from your beliefs, from your subconscious. People like to use that word a lot. I like beliefs. You get to maneuver the entire universe on a remote control, yours included. True story. And then it's no longer a question of like, can I? No, yeah, you know you can. So just fucking do it already, okay? And it becomes a focus on your desired new life and its components. What's in your new life? Is it your SP? Is it the career, etc., etc., etc.? That's what represents the new you. And then your SP, it will be a blink of an eye before they show up. But you need to change that vibration that completely is authentic of you. And what does authentic mean? It means that you're truly pursuing your destiny and you're truly giving your gift to the universe. You're not compromising your dignity. You're respecting yourself. You're loving yourself. And you are only accepting the right kind of respect and love towards yourself. Now, you're not doing it like, hey, give it to me, or, some kind of like begrudging way. No, you're expecting it. You're definitely expecting it, and you demand and command respect. And I'll leave you with this. Don't get carried away with the minutia. To me, SP is minutia. Okay, I said it. The big picture is you. Focus on the big picture. Okay, speak everything into existence that you want to receive. Right now, it may be unfathomable to you to receive $1 million contract, or to change your career, or to receive an apology even from your SP, or this, that, and the other. But I would more focus on you and deliver the long-awaited significance to you as a person, as a human. What do you deserve that you're depriving yourself of right now? Right? What kind of what work do you need to do? Saying no to fears, etc. And know that on the other side of the dark tunnel, your dreams do come true. They do, because it's not that far-fetched to receive a change when you become somebody who expects everything to just work out, who has different beliefs, who just says, my dreams are here. I believe and I know that my SP is walking in with an engagement ring. I know that they realize that my existence in their world is essential for their happiness. You have to deeply know it. You have to become that person who deeply knows it in order to bring them back. If you are, if your world is around them and not around you, you're making a big mistake right now. You need to make this world around you and make your dreams the power, not the SP. The SP, again, is a nice accessory, but that's all they are. That's really all they are. If you're enjoying your life, you're loving yourself, you're smelling the roses, you're dressing like a superstar, and you're loving what you wear, and you're doing what you love, and you're enjoying most of your life, most of your day. It's like, oh, you want to come along on this joyride with me? You're welcome to, but here's the deal. I will only accept this and this kind of version of you, and they will come in that version. Now, this is not a dialogue to have with them. This is a dialogue to have mentally. But if you want to learn more, come into my coaching. Thank you so much for listening. All the information from me is below. Until next time. Ciao, ciao.